We like to have programs like the entrepreneurship class and junior achievement class. It allows us to connect and bridge that gap with our community. And hopefully experiences like this will expose that career mindset a little bit that might give them a direction for future planning. We have to kind of look at it different. We reimagine how we want to teach these kids. So we need to get them out there. We need to give them that hands-on, real-life experience of getting out of the classroom and seeing what we have to offer. And to see things like this in action, you know, as opposed to on paper, really makes a difference.
Entrepreneur Day got started because I had just a great conversation with a fabulous teacher. And he liked Junior Achievement, which is a national organization that had a whole entrepreneur unit that he was using for 7th grade. And I said, hey, let's step that up and make it even better. Let's take it out to the community. After the kids learn about it, what can we do to make it better? Honestly, Entrepreneur Day is all about reimagining education because it's engaging them, it's exciting them, making learning fun, and it's applicable because it's right here in their community, and I think that says a lot.
The entrepreneurial unit was fantastic for kids because they got to control the outcome. We showed some quick little 2-minute clips. We showed some Shark Tank episodes, and then we turned the kids loose. It could have been an app. It could have been a product that you made better. When you give that much freedom, you sometimes worry, are kids going to say, well, I've done this in 5 minutes. It was the exact opposite. They did sketches, some of them did prototypes, some of them 3D imaged them.
My group's project was a hair care thing. It was a portable little device that had curling iron, straightener, blow dryer, but portable and cordless, so it made it a lot easier to get around. So we went out to all the girls in different classrooms just around the middle school. We asked them questions, be like, do you have hair emergencies at school? Would you pay this amount for this product versus this for this?
We watched a Shark Tank episode before starting any of our presentations to get a general idea. Then we started brainstorming with talking with our group and figuring out new things, improving on each other's ideas. The cooperation is probably one of the biggest effects to making a better design. If you just think about yourself and your idea, it won't get any better. It's the skill that you're gonna need most throughout your entire life.
I think this opens up an entire realm of the way kids think. Can I be my own boss? Can I do something that somebody else wants? I just love that it gives a voice to their creativity.
After completing this big Junior Achievement Entrepreneur Unit, now let's take it out to our own community. Let's learn about all the different entrepreneurs right here that help give back to the community and their needs.
I visited the Creamery, which is a really cool spot to go to. I also visited the Florentine Hotel, which is owned by the same owners of the Creamery.
At the Florentine, we learned about trying to get 30-30-30, which means 30% should go into your workers, 30% should go back into the business, and 30% should go into the food or service that you're selling.
I visited the pharmacy in downtown Germantown. They showed us how to count pills and put them in a bottle. We also were able to see people working behind the desk.
This is Germantown Pharmacy. We opened in 2021. We offer all of the normal medication services, immunizations. We do a lot of pill packing for patients. And there is a tremendous shortage of pharmacists actually in the Dayton area. And so if I can influence some kids to see all of the great things that there are in pharmacy and the ways that you can connect with patients and impact them, or talk to them about entrepreneurship in general, like opening their own business. Sometimes it's hard to connect with somebody in a role like this, and so I want to have open doors where they can come and ask their questions.
Then we went to Newview. They told us how they managed their money, and they talked about how it was important to figure out the corner of town that they're on, and it made it such a better spot for their business.
My name is Dominique. I am the owner of New View Nutrition here in downtown Germantown. We offer a wide variety of things from protein-packed refreshers to shakes, nutrient-dense items. We have protein treats, grab-and-go items. We have a positive place for people to come into and hang out and just be who they want to be. And we also offer wellness coaching, meal planning, body scans, all of that kind of stuff. Growing up, entrepreneurship was not something that was talked about a lot and just scary. And I feel like being someone younger and owning my own business, I really just want to inspire others to be able to take risks, to go after your own dreams, and to do something that is fulfilling for yourself. And they can just really see that they can use their creative outlet and they can think further into the future about what they might want to do and look at all these different professions.
We also visited the police station, and that really inspired me because there was a cop that was a woman. I think in the future I might want to be like in a police officer or like in the FBI, and I was really inspired by Entrepreneurship Day because of that woman that was a cop.
Being in a small town, we know a lot of them, but we know them as friends and not as entrepreneurs and business owners. So it was really cool to see that aspect and the people who had different businesses. And also, like when we went to the bank, they talked about helping with loans.
And the fact that we went to First National Bank was a huge part of the process because they are the ones that are receiving the pitch to decide if they're going to give a loan. Maybe it wasn't the Shark Tank where they come into millionaires, but instead they can do it in their own community.
I think both experiences were really important towards the project. We not only got to do the project, but we also got to learn people's views that have and the struggles they went through and the success that they've had for both.
I believe that the kids through this are looking at jobs differently. And I think the more that we build this kind of stuff in, is the more that small businesses take off.